Okay.
Welcome, everybody. As you know, Scott Winter with the Collaborative Commons. I'm sitting here with Lorin Gold from the Human Element, the Schutz Company, excuse me. And I've known Lorin and Ethan from their group for a couple years now. I experienced a week-long training, the Human Element training last year or the year before, and then I also experienced the licensed Human Element practitioner. So I think I spent 3 weeks of my life in New York with you guys in Tarrytown. And I want to share with the Commons and other people out there that a lot of the work that Joseph and I are doing within the Collaborative Commons, the route of collaboration work, a lot of the collaboration tools have really been kind of built foundationally on the work that you guys do from Will's research, Ethan's dad's research from the Human Element and the Fire Element B. So I would love to just get a sense of, I know you guys have a training coming up and a huge opportunity for people who are interested in this kind of work, but I'd like to get a sense of what could people expect? What is the Human Element and what is it that you guys are trying to teach? I know what I've gained from this, but if I'm Joe Blow off the street and I'm kind of digging what we're doing in the collaborative space, what makes the Human Element experience so unique and so special?
Well, Scott, thank you.
Big question, right?
That wonderful question.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that the experience in the Human Element program can be nothing short of transformative. One of the ways that we're starting to make connections with the world of AI and technology is that when you're in a company, when you're, even you're working with a software, you're working with a computer, you are given a textbook. You're given a textbook of how to, what to do if something goes wrong, how to, even how to turn on the computer. There's all sorts of instructions. There's even a helpline if something goes wrong. And for human dynamics and relationships with people and teams, there's no textbook. And people are just expected to go in and and work and succeed no matter who they're with, no matter what team they're with, without any kind of life instructions other than just get along, just do the work. And the way we try to talk about it is that the Human Element is really an instruction book for increasing your own self-awareness so that you can have better relationships with people. We aim it towards work, but it's really your whole life.
Right.
And your entire community, whether it's inside of an office or outside, and how to use those relationships to put forth a better result, traditionally in the workplace, but really everywhere in our lives. How to be more authentic, how to be more engaged, and then how to ultimately be more productive.
Right. Well, I know in route of collaboration, we talk about the 5, principles, the collaborative mindset, the self-awareness, self-accountability, openness, and then interest-based negotiation and problem solving. And I would say, aside from the interest-based negotiation, which is really kind of Jim's bailiwick, it's been a lot of those other 4 elements are really kind of driven by the work from the Human Element. So I know that for me, my facilitation skills have definitely improved in integrating the work that you guys have done. I know that my relationships have definitely improved, much more intentional. So I mean, to me, it was a gift, and I hope that people will take it for themselves to give a gift to themselves to actually, think about it. So when is your next training? I know it's coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we have a training that's coming up in March 2020 in Tarrytown, New York, which is essentially greater New York area. So the trainings are 5 days. So March 30th through April 3rd is our first training. And then we'll have another one in October 26th.
Okay.
And all of that is with the intention of, if people want to become licensed Human Element practitioners, that they can get the 5-day experience under their belt and be ready for our 2-week intensive.
Yeah, and it's intensive, that's for sure. I mean, it was a good experience. Like I said, it's just like someone said to me, parenting is not for wussies. No. I think Human Element is for really courageous people who want to make a shift, and I know that I'm really just grateful that I ran into you and Ethan and the work that you guys are doing. And like I said, the way the Collaborative Commons are about is how do we support each other? How do we help each other? I definitely want to bring you guys into the sheet between us. Some of the things we've already shared in that episodes have actually come from the work of Will and Ethan and you. And so anything we can do to support you guys in your campaign to make the world a better place. I mean, the human element is another great set of resources for them. And again, a lot of the collaboration material comes from work you guys are doing. So I can't say enough about what you guys are doing, and grateful that you improv this last bit here, because I do want to get the word out, because I don't think people really know what's out there. But I think if I could give my 2 cents, it's probably one of the a great investment in yourself. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are struggling. And I think you and I have just talked about, like, it's really about how do you struggle effectively. So
absolutely, and struggle effectively and authentically, because I do think that a lot of people feel cut off from their own experience.
Yeah.
And don't necessarily have the tools to kind of get fully immersed. And
where do people go? How do people go to sign up for this thing? What's your website?
So our website is the Schutz Company. So www.theschutzcompany.com.
How do you spell it?
It is S like Samantha, C like cat, H like Harry, U like umbrella, T like Tom, Z like zebra.
Yep.
Company spelled out .com.
theschutzcompany.com. I get tripped up over that word Schutz. I don't know.
I know, which is why I kept my last name Gold.
Gold, yeah. The Gold Company would have been a lot easier. Thanks a lot, Ethan. That's awesome.
What can I say?
Yeah.
You can also, if you go on to, we have another site that is specifically for the human element, which is www.thehumanelement.com.
Great.
And you can also see more specific content about the human element, and about, you can register for programs there as well. Okay.
Now, quick question for you. In an episode this week, I talked about the drama triangle. You went the victim, the rescuer, and the persecutor. I believe that you guys have like 6 different roles.
Yeah.
Could you share what those 6 roles are? Because I always, do you remember them? I mean, maybe I shouldn't put you on the spot.
Don't put me on the spot.
Okay, maybe later. So that'll be our next interview, is talk, because I think you guys take the drama triangle into the drama quadrangle, kind of stuff. It's a little bit more robust. And I think that's where, for me, I was profoundly inspired by the fact, like, yeah, there's more than just these 3 roles that are being played out, and how they interact in the workplace is really huge. So again, if
you can have a lot of fun with it. I mean, that's a wonderful exploratory tool that it doesn't necessarily put people on the spot. It's a great tool for self-awareness, but it's also fun too.
And from the human element, they're learning the fire element B, fire element T. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to apply the fire element B, or the fire theory. You guys talk a lot about that. And then again, it's practice and awareness stuff, and using the tools. And and then the first 3 days are really heavy on the human element tools, So
in terms of the 5-day experience, the first 3 days are focused on experiencing the tools. Mm-hmm. So, and with a deep dive, but in a very specific, methodical way, to kind of peel the onion to self-awareness. So to look at our behavior, to look at our feelings, to look at our self-concept, through using different instruments. So, and it begins with the individual. So while our goal is always to move towards the larger group, department, organization, the idea is we start with ourselves, then we move towards the group. So we start with individual awareness. However, we learn while we're within this established cohort group, and then we start to apply it to team and team dynamics. And
again, in the collaboration space, I use the concordance stuff a lot, especially around when people need to make a team decision.
Isn't that fun? Yeah,
because again, I always say, if it's people are saying, I think so, that means no. Like, it's like really getting people to understand what's going to get them to come together, because again, then there's a higher likelihood that's going to get implemented. So, again, I can't say enough about my experience with you guys, and I hope that the people in the Commons will, at least look you up and reach out to you guys. I know that we'll be doing more work with you guys within the Commons and with the sheet between us. We'll get some more tools and tips out there, because you guys have a ton of them. I think you and Ethan probably have forgotten more than I even know. So I'm pretty excited to know that I have you guys in my life.
You are a font, Scott, a font of information. Yeah.
Well, thank you. So with that, let's hit the stop on the record, and I'll get this out to the community. And how can I get a hold of you real quick? What's your email?
So my email is Lorin, Lorin, at the
Schutz Company. Okay.
.com.
Great. Super. So, and they can reach out to you. I know you're always accessible and very responsive. So
always.
Yeah.
Always.
Awesome.
And love talking to people almost as much as you do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I think you'd like it more than I do. You're much more natural. It's work for me. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.